Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Now today's video, I'll be honest with you, it is a bit of a surprise upload because I wasn't planning on uploading anything today. I was trying to be nice to you, I was trying to give you a day off for looking at this back to back after uploading a 16-minute video late last night. I was trying to be nice, ladies and gentlemen, but Rangers went ahead and released a little bit of nugget of information, a delicious picture, a delicious and gorgeous and heart-wrenching video that I just had to sit here and talk to you about because finally, and The Rock said finally, the release of the fourth kit has been brought out after about 4 different rumoured release dates from people saying they know when it's coming out or them ended up being wrong. Rangers went ahead and dropped it this morning to the surprise and glee of many. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see what the comment section like, to see what you're saying about this kit that's just been released. But before we do go ahead and dive in to this bad boy and break down the kit, look at it, look at everything that we've had released so far from Castor and give them a wee ranking and a wee rating and all that, because again, this is now the end of our anniversary line. There's a lot to discuss in today's video, but before we get quite there, as it has been exactly 2 weeks to the day that I've sat here and been cheap and been cheeky, it's time to be cheap and be cheeky, ladies and gentlemen. But just reminding you, if you do enjoy the channel, please consider helping the old channel out by hitting that like button and subscribing if you're new around here. But to the old topic in hand, ladies and gentlemen, you'll know by the title, you'll know by the thumbnail, you'll know by the intro, and you'll know by that massive hole in your current bank account right now that is, of course, kit release day. And if you've been following this channel for a wee while, and even if you've been watching it just this season, if you just recently joined the old nation, you'll know that these kit reaction / review videos haven't exactly went down tremendously from myself and people in the comment section below. It's been a bit of a hit and miss, swing and miss style season, but I'm pretty sure that this is all going to change because I'm just going to come out and say it right off the bat. This kit right here, I'm absolutely in love with. And I'm not saying this to kiss up or sell out or anything like that, but this kit right here instantly, like that, becomes one of my favourite Rangers kits ever. That's right, I've put it out there, I've said what I've said there, ladies and gentlemen, because this kit right here to me feels, and it gives me the feeling of more than just a normal kit, if that makes sense. It's not just a traditional kit, you go, oh that's really nice, I'm going to buy that. This feels like a celebration of all things Rangers, and for the first time this season, from all the other anniversary releases, this feels like it's got a real essence of history and tradition. You can feel it by looking at the kit, and I think Castor is absolutely hit a home run here, and the fact there's no gold in it, honestly, plumps the old plump bags. Finally. Just finally. But even the name itself gets me going because it's not called the 4th kit or the 4th anniversary kit or anything like that. It's literally called the Gallant Pioneers kit, which right away just gets me going because it's paying tributes to a certain 4 lads who had a dream. Not you, Stevie, even though I do love the blogs, mate, genuinely, but it goes back to the originals who in 1872 had a dream, and we certainly love singing about it. Now that we've got a kit that just perfectly captures that moment, it's everything I could have asked for. And as I'm so happy for the first time this season throughout all the kit launches, I want to talk about a couple of things that I really like. The next thing I want to talk about, by the way, is actually just the original scroll crest, which is such a classy act, because in my mind, I always expected a white kit this season. I think we've spoken about that a couple of times on the channel and that as well, but I thought it would have the new badge, and I thought it would maybe have some sponsors and everything on it, you know what I mean, kind of mixing the past with the present. That's the way I kind of thought it was going to be, and who's to say that wouldn't work? But for me, I was kind of dreading that. But the fact that they've pulled it back, they've put no sponsors on the bad boy, and they've given us the original crest that was cutting about with our first kits back in the 1800s, is genuinely top notch in that as well, which again helps to add all these different layers that really makes this, for the first time this season, feel like an anniversary kit. Which does remind me, by the way, we need to give a wee bit of love and shout out the sponsors and partners for this season as well, because they spent a lot of money to be on these shirts this season, because it's the 150th anniversary throughout the entire kit launch. They spent that money because they knew that these shirts would be selling like hotcakes, and it would help spread their name and get their name out there, etc, etc, right? That's what they do, and that's why they buy into the football club. So the fact that they've allowed this shirt to come out without being plastered or it looking like a NASCAR car, I don't know why I said NASCAR car, I genuinely didn't, but I'm moving on, troops. The fact that it's no plastered everywhere and they've allowed this shirt to come out is pretty classy, because they could have easily put their name on it and it would still sold well, but the fact that they've allowed this shirt to come out afoot, all the sponsors and their name everywhere, has really just elevated the shirt all the way up in the rankings in my opinion. Now again, I am extremely happy in today's video, and some people might call me out or anything like that, but if you've been watching my other ones, I've not been this happy, so let me have these moments, because even the purple kit, which we knew was a throwback to a kit we all absolutely loved, it just felt like a pale imitation in a way, but this kit seems to surpass that and go round that and doesn't even feel like it is just a pale imitation of the original kit and is just trying to pull on the heartstrings and just look like quite cheap or anything like that. No, this looks absolutely sensational. For me, that needs to be talked up. Something else that needs to be talked up, by the way, and it is the last thing because I'm not going to take up all your day talk about the kit, but I absolutely love the buttons. Now, I'm gutted that I'm not sitting here in the shop right now. When I seen it come out, I was obviously going to drive through, but I was like, if it's sold out at my size by the time I get there and then I go online because it is just a limited release, then I wouldn't be able to get it. I would absolutely be gutted. So within the first minute of it being on sale, I just bought it online. So fingers crossed that it arrives very quickly. But the buttons and everything like that may put a lot of people off or put some, because I've seen a wee bit online saying they didn't like the buttons or that. But for me, again, that's just capturing the essence of some of our first ever kits, because that is what it was like, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact that they've added that on, to me, isn't a detriment to the shirt or anything like that because it looks out of place these days. No, it's paying homage to what got us here, and aye, absolutely love that, and that's why it's going to be an all-time classic in my opinion. The fact that it's got all these wee little nods and everything to the past and it's been so respectful to the past. It's very rare that happens these days, ladies and gentlemen, because again, we've seen with the likes of the purple kit, or in fact they try and go back and they try and redo certain things, but they can't do it to a certain way. This shirt right here just feels absolutely respectful in every way, and that's very, very rare. I mean, look around, not even just our club, but look around to the other anniversary kits. It usually has to have a modern twist, but the fact that this in Disney, it's glorious. And listen, whether you like the buttons or that on the shirt, tell me something right now in the comment section below. When you see the buttons like that, does it not make you think of this picture right frickin' here? Whether you like them or no in the modern shirts or that, the fact that it does instantly remind us of that picture right there means it's done the job of an anniversary kit absolutely perfectly, again, in my opinion. But aye, as you may be able to tell, I do rate this kit just a little bit, troops. But before we do wrap up today's video and jump over to Twitter and hear what the people's had to say, I want to ask you watching today's video, what's your thoughts and opinions on the old kit? And if you're still watching, let's go through a wee rating of each kit that's been released, because again, that is now the anniversary launch complete. That is the 4 kits that we were going to have. So what you're ranking them out of 10, of course, you have the home kits. What you're rating that out of 10, you have the away kit, you have the third kit, and you have the Gallant Pioneers kit as well. Let me know down there in the comment section below. For me, I'm giving the home kit a 7 out of 10. I'm giving the away kit a 5 out of 10. I'm giving the purple kit sometimes 6 out of 10, sometimes 7. Sometimes I really like the purple kit, and then other times it's a weird kit to actually break down. But what isn't hard to break down or weird to break down is the Gallant Pioneer kit, which for me is a first ballot Hall of Famer, 10 out of 10. And I mean that. But whilst you're hopefully getting involved down there in the comment section below so we can try and find a common consensus where we all sit with these kits, let's jump over to Twitter and hear from the people. I just asked them the same question as I asked you. What's your thoughts on it, and was it worth the wait? And with 87% of the vote, they vote yes, it was worth the wait. So let's see what they've had to say. Penna Cartel writes in, they got me. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be there already, big man. Scottish Champions 55 writes in, it's an absolute belter. CJ Rangers Loyal writes in, absolutely stunning, well worth the wait. Love the old school looking crest, and a bigger bonus, no massive sponsors as well. Absolutely, they would have gave up the wee bit of the chance to spread their name about and get their money worth and everything from that kit. So the fact that they did is actually pretty class. You didn't see that much these days. Matthew writes in, take my cash, Rangers, please and thank you. The Jaggy writes in, already told my family not to expect food this month. I need 3 of them in my life right now. Ryan writes in, old school crest and no sponsor, thumbs up for me. Prusen writes in, is it too late to swap her third kit? I don't think he's a fan of it. I think he's giving it a low score in the comments. Do your job writes in, it's here and it's perfect. Caitlin Gunn writes in, 2 words, best kit ever. That's unfortunate. Darren writes in, love the kit. Kaelin writes in, absolutely stunning. Sonny writes in, yes and no, the buttons really annoy me. Again, hopefully I've explained why the buttons are actually on it. Sonny, I did expect a couple of people's not to actually rate the buttons. And the last one we'll actually read out comes from, we'll scroll all the way up here, scroll all the way down here, stop it right here, and it comes from Kenny McCall. Hey, he writes in, my only problem with the with the badge. Would have preferred it a little bigger, but that's just my preference. It's an absolute stunning kit, CJ. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And as always, that has been a week. Rocky Boy Johnson dying to go his walk. I've been CJ Over 992. Take care of yourselves, all the best, and bye.